It's important as a side note to point out that this is one of the more common healing crises, is you sort of get these cold-like symptoms. So you got to understand that, okay, yes, the body is in a permanent state of detoxification every moment. It's always detoxifying. But the body's very intelligent. And what a healing crisis is sort of the body ramping it up a gear. And it's throwing itself into a more dramatic state of detoxification. So you have these cold-like symptoms where your body is expelling mucus out of the mouth and nose. It's heating the body with a fever to kill harmful organisms and to sweat out toxins. It's coughing out toxins and mucus through the lungs. It is losing appetite so that you don't eat, because digestion, is going to divert energy from cleaning and healing. And it's forcing rest. It's making you tired, and it's forcing rest. It's forcing a break from stress, among other methods. So these are like, and also it's purging, again, that achy feeling. It can be purging toxins from the lymph nodes, in terms of into the lymphatic system to be eliminated. So these are your basic kind of cold-like symptoms. And most people don't associate this with a healing crisis or with the idea that the body is trying to help itself. And, please understand that this can happen as a result of the body just simply being overly toxic, and the body's like, all right, I'm flipping the switch. I think that's what happened with me on that first major healing crisis, because I'm telling you, I was abusing my body with food and drinks, and I feel like it was just totally overwhelmed, acidic, full of mucus, full of toxins. And so it went into this cold-like symptoms kind of process. But I'm not saying that you can't get invaded by some harmful organism. You could have a harmful organism or some kind of parasitic organism that does infiltrate the body, attacks the body, and you have an immune response, and that throws you into, again, the same cold-like symptoms. But either way, it's a healing crisis. And so just understand, it's a healing crisis, but the healing crisis is your body literally fixing itself and detoxifying itself and repairing itself. And so this is just very important to have this awareness, whether or not it's from some infection or some invasion of a foreign threat, or, which most people think that's what it is 100% of the time, like, oh, I must have caught something. But it can also happen simply as the body cleaning itself if you've become overly toxic, which I actually think that this happens probably, I have no way to quantify this or back this up with science, but my feeling about it is that, this type of cold-like healing crisis could happen more than half of the time that people are having cold-like symptoms, is just because they're overly toxic and their body is like, all right, well, if you're not gonna clean me out, and do it consciously, I'm gonna do it subconsciously. I'm just gonna fix you in a more dramatic kind of a crisis. And so you should be thanking your body. We grow up, we're taught by our parents that, and schools and everything else, that the body's attempts to detoxify itself when this happens is a bad thing. And we refer to it as, oh, you're getting sick. Oh man, you're sick. I'm sorry. Well, in fact, a lot of times the individual had already been making themselves sick over the previous weeks and months to that episode, until the body is throwing itself into this healing process to get rid of that sickness. So